Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Eindhoven Country. Our heroes today are going to be Mr. Andres TORAÑO, playing as the Ostir, or Wehrmacht faction, in the red. And his opponent in the yellow trunks is gonna be Mr. Twitch.tv/DBMB. Don't ban me, bro. And I like to call him the bomb. Playing, of course, as the Soviets. Once again, reprising his role. Although I guess a video came out after that, so not again, but whatever. Anyways, it's the bomb versus Mr. TORAñO. So, really early on, we see an engagement right here in the northern munitions. We have assault grenadiers for TORAñO hold up inside this house as they engage two conscript squads for Mr. the Bomb. Obviously, we see TORAñO has assault grenadiers because he went for the mechanized assault doctrine, and that is obviously evident at this point to the Bomb, and it was evident if he, you know, noticed or even took a glance at the loading screen when the match was going on, because it looked like Mr. TORAñO didn't have anything else other than that commander selected. So yeah, it was kind of obvious. So there you go. Mr. The Bomb, for his part, has gone for the tank hunter tactics, so I can only assume we're going to see a lot of PTRS conscripts, but yeah. So anyways, MG42 on the field for Andres. He did go for a second assault grenadier squad, which is a little bit more unusual per se. Usually we've been seeing, you know, ever since it got rebalanced, that for assault grenadiers, mostly you only see one come out right off the bat, and that's about it. You'd get tier 1 for the austere player to support it, and obviously TORAñO did it, but he did get himself a second one, so, you know, a bit more unusual, but still fine. MG42 on the field to support it. It's currently being utilized to hole up in the north, very far up in the north, very aggressive. We see TORAñO just moving to the right, capturing some territory, and he actually doesn't even have that fuel point connected. He needs to get that strategic point back there, but it does not look like his squads are actually inclined to do that. It looks like they're going around fighting. The Bomb, for his part, has gotten himself tier 1 already down, and he has a scout car fielded. Tier 1 going down as quickly as possible as he get himself a second combat engineer squad to be able to put that in. And the scout car now has a combat engineer squad inside, which is getting upgraded with a flamethrower right now, so we will see that get into effect rather quickly. Center map. Conscript squad hold up inside this big house. We have the assault grenadiers, the Pios engaging, but the scout car now with the flamethrower comes in for support. These guys can't really hope to stand against the scout car. Actually, they do. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, scout car was a little bit too close for comfort, and everybody was unloading on it. Very low in health, actually loses its gunner, although it seems to be the rear gunner rather than the front one. No, actually it is the front one. He's a little bit scared. But manages to stay alive, get out of there, and the conscripts are still holed up there. The SMGs on these assault grens are doing a lot of damage up close. They pop out of the house, run the gauntlet. 4-man strong, losing one more man on the retreat. Maybe one more? Well, they will have to run through the arc of fire of an MG, so potentially one more. The MG will turn itself around, although it seems to be... No, it's just turning itself around now. Okay, yeah, there it goes. Maybe able to get a little bit of a burst. No, not even a burst. Okay, so those conscripts are fine, and the Bomb is quite solid. Combat engineer squad on the right-hand side. Oh, well, I missed my first big event there. Let me go ahead and note that down, because scout car is dead on the right-hand side. Oh. Catch that. Put it on that picture. Up in the north, assault grenadier squad. On the bad end of those bullets, down to one man, forced away. The MG42 trying its best, but it actually can't really shoot very well through that, it looks like. It's looking in this direction, but there's a lot of shrubbery, which does provide light cover, so you can shoot through it, but I don't know how well it allows the line of sight to work there. You can actually kind of take a look and see, for example, well, he does have a line of sight there, so I guess he can't shoot. Second scout car on the field for the Bomb. He doesn't want to let that go. Combat Engineer squad did die. Looks like it may have died on the retreat or a second one. So another thing that I missed. These 5. And so far we see Andres just pumping out Grens, and more Grens. 3 Grens out in the field right now with 2 Assault Grenadiers to boot and the MG42 to support. No med bunkers just yet. Med bunker could help out quite a bit, but yeah. Andres TORAÑO doing a very good job at controlling most of the map. I mean, we see right now the bomb pretty much pinned back. Sniper makes its appearance once again in this game, or well, not once again, but makes its appearance in this game once again for the bomb, as we saw him the last time utilizing snipers in what was a very well, impressive game when it came to Armstrong's control of the sniper. Still kind of amazed in that one, but well, there we go. Finally, TORAñO deciding to connect the right-hand side fuel. Gonna go for this strategic point and connect the fuel to the right. Also, on the far right-hand side, we have the scout car for the bomb going for the victory point. Victory point, I mean, not really an issue at this stage of the game. 466 to 500 anyways, but, you know, that'll be quite a while before it really has any bearing in the game. So the bomb, not really having too much on the field. He did spend quite a bit in his snipers, though. Has 2 conscripts left. Combat Engineer squad died. 1 scout car died, so he has taken quite a beating in the early game. Scout car on the right-hand side, engaging Grand Squad at max range, making sure that it is not putting itself in harm's way of a Faust. The Fausts could potentially kill it off quickly. Gren closing the distance. Combat Engineers popping out of the scout car to get a flamethrower burst going on the Grens. Grens do throw a Faust off on the scout car losing its engine, and a second Gren squad comes up for the flank, gonna be throwing another Faust at the scout car, I can only assume. Yeah, there goes wind up pitch, down it goes, out of control. So the bomb again losing another scout car in this engagement. Combat Engineer squad does stay alive, sorry, in this one, as it is engaging the Grens. Conscripts hold up in this house. SMGs are going to be doing a lot of damage up close. And the MG42 at a distance also getting a lot of damage inside that house. Conscripts will survive for a little while, but will add up eventually. Yeah, conscripts down to 3 men. They need to evac sooner rather than later. SMGs in their face are not being very kind. They pop out of the rear and retreat. Still alive. Another conscript squad supported by the sniper. Sprint goes forward to get themselves on top of those combat engineers. Combat engineers will die if they don't retreat. Hits the retreat down to 1 man. Will they catch it? It looks like they may. Yeah, down goes another combat engineer squad. Damn, this is hurting the bomb a lot. PTRS is getting equipped on the conscripts. Those are kind of like sniper rifles nowadays, so, you know, that's pretty good. You're still able to get a lot of kills with that, so it doesn't really... We are ready to go, comrades. I mean, does that technically reduce their anti-infantry firepower, or does it improve it? Or is it just about the same? I mean, I don't know exactly the values after it was changed, so if you know, like, against infantry, is a PTRS equipped conscript squad better than a standard conscript squad? Seems like it, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Anyways, regardless, the bomb trying to recover some territory. TORAñO all the way back at base with all his troops. Needs to get, if he can, a med bunker going to get them back up to full strength. Far left-hand side, we got some Grens just capturing some territory. We also have a half-track on the field. The 250 half-track with the Panzer Grenadier squad inside. So I would assume that no tier 2. Probably. Little bit of a lull here in the fight. Conscripts set up in the center house. They're not actually trying to capture any territory. They're trying to spot. PTRS rifles get equipped. They're going to be able to throw some shots there out the windows. Well, they do seem to warp back and forth between windows very heavily. But yeah, I mean, you can see the PTRS rifles hitting there and getting some nice kills. So I'm assuming that the PTRS is, you know, they actually increase the damage that they are doing towards infantry. Conscripts still hold up, down to 4 men. They are quite surrounded, so they're a little bit of trouble. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of trouble. Second conscript squad holds up in the house behind that. The conscripts pop out of the door, move through the other side, and run the gauntlet. 2 Grants and an Assault Grenadier squad engaging it. Assault Grants in front of it, 2 men strong, trying to get the kill. Down to 1 man. Will they pick up the kill? No, they are focused on the guys in front. PTRS rifles continue to fly and get a lot of damage in there on those Assault Grants, and the Assault Grant squad will probably go down. Yeah, there it goes. Wow. So, yeah, I think it's kind of definite that those PTRS rifles are doing way more damage against infantry than just keeping them as vanilla conscripts. Far right hand side, conscript squad engaging the Pios. Pios squad is kind of cut off a little bit. There's also a mine right there. So yeah, they have to run the gauntlet through the conscript squad. The conscript squad can get us, we'll get a little bit of damage, but not too much. But man, Andres has essentially kicked the bomb off of the field. Look at that. Catching the center, getting this point over here as well for the munitions. The fuel is still connected for the bomb, but he has lost quite a bit. Sniper squad did get killed at some point again, so I am on point today, just missing everything on the game. It happened before the 11-minute mark, so see if I can catch it and how it happened. And he is building himself tier 4. So we can only assume Su-76s. I mean, maybe Katusha, but I don't know. Stuggy now on the field for Andres TORAÑO. He's going to do a lot of damage there to those conscripts, although conscripts do have PTRSs. We see sandbags getting laid down very close to the bomb's base. Very defensive setup there, but it looks like it is going to be needed as we see a Grand Squad popping into this house with an LMG. The conscripts with their PTRSs will be able to do a decent amount of damage to them inside, but now that they have the Stuggy to contend with, Stuggy will, of course, take some damage to the PTRS rifles, but the conscripts can also be very easily get killed. Goes for the crush. There goes the sandbag, and it backs off. PTRS rifles fire, getting a little bit of damage there on the Stuggy, but the Stuggy has actually whiffed every single shot. That's actually surprising. Stuggies are very good against infantry, and they're not getting any kills right now. Look at that. That's actually quite lucky there for the bomb. I can only assume, yeah, there you go. His luck is about to run out. There goes a shot, gets himself 2 kills. AT grenade goes off, gets the snare on the engine, and the PTRS rifle is doing as much damage as they can. Does end up having to retreat, as of course it is supported by an MG, Panzer Grenadiers, and Grenadiers with LMGs. The strategic point on the right-hand side getting disconnected, so the fuel is no longer providing the bomb anything. But he is building himself an Su-76. He did have enough fuel, just barely enough fuel to get one. So that should help him out. The barrage is very good against infantry, and of course they have been improved against tanks. So that should be good. And it looks like we lost also one of the PTRS equipped conscripts at some point. So I'll see if I can catch that. Because, like I said, today I'm on point. So Andres probably just going to be sitting here in front of the base trying to pin the bomb into his territory, although he seems to be leaving his left flank completely exposed. Assault Grants with the half-track. Sorry about that. Engaging the conscripts as the Su-76 hits the field, helping out immensely in getting that half-track killed. The Assault Grenadier squad also sitting there in front of the damage a little bit too aggressively. Down to 1 man. They barely make it out of there. Yeah, missed. Thinking there. Second sniper squad once again on the field for the bomb. At least manpower-wise, he's okay. Doesn't have too much float, or too much reserve, I should say, because that's not even a float. But yeah, I mean, fielding snipers is very costly, very manpower heavy. So if you can keep these girls alive, that'll probably help them out quite a bit. Panzer Grenadiers with Trex being utilized to potentially engage the Su-76. Rifle grenade goes off on conscripts. Conscripts spread out and move to different covers to make sure they stay alive. Sniper on the field taking some shots at the Grens. Panzer Grenadiers behind moving around. Panzer Grenadiers, remember, are relatively high value targets against nice barrage there. Against not against, but for snipers. That is much more manpower cost, and nicely hit there by the PTRS rifle. Ends up being a better sniper there than the sniper. And of course they provide, more experience per kill. Stuggy pushing forward, the conscripts being its primary target. Su-76 moved in to engage, managing to get a lot of damage. AT grenade goes off, gets the snare. PTR rest rifles getting free shots there on the side. And the Su-76 has to move out of the way as Shreks are moving in its direction. The conscripts are engaging the Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers throw a barrage, and the Su-76 may be going down here as the Panzer Grenadiers are sitting in front of it. Shot flies down to one man, one Shrek goes off, and it gets abandoned. Oh, that is a very lucky break there for Mr. The Bomb, as he does not end up losing the entire tank, and the conscripts stay there. Stuggy also in a lot of trouble here, as it's going to get focused down by those PTRS rifles. Gets a nice shot, getting 2 kills for the squad, but the PTRS rifles are still active, still online, managing to do some damage. But the Su-76 gets brought back onto the field by some conscripts, takes a shot, and down it goes, getting the Bomb the kill on the Stuggy. So nice little turnaround here for the Bomb, putting a lot of hurt there on TORAÑO, and a little bit of unnecessary. This guy didn't need to be there. Let's just get out of there. It was very unlucky there for ANDRES that he did not kill the Su-76. He almost sacrificed his Grand Squad, which, at least to his benefit, didn't die and made it out of there alive with one man. It's back at base right there. Needs some tender love and care, but, you know, it'll be fine. We do have a reinforcement bunker nearby, so that is why the troops for ANDRES are not moving out too much. But we do have a sniper now, and the sniper will be able to just put the bleed on that manpower. ANDRES sitting at 700 almost, 650 manpower, so could utilize that in better regards, but, well, he gonna be fine. So Grand Squad, once again, getting reinforced. They're on the fly. PTRS rifles flying at the bunker. The bunker will be going down, unless ANDRES can field something to deny that. But it does not look like it's going to happen. PTRS rifles and conscripts are all supporting the sniper. A nicely placed rifle grenade can do a lot of damage right here, but I somehow feel that that's not going to happen. Sniper, ooh, shots flying at the Grand Squad, missing it completely. Combat engineers from the left-hand side retreating, running the gauntlet, but making it alive. Pyos pushing forward. It looks like they want to get a flank on those snipers. The snipers are moving themselves through some light brush in medium cover, allowing them to be cloaked. But they pop their cloak as the sniper moves in front of them, takes a shot, down to 2 men. Well, not a sniper, but as the Pyos move in front of the sniper, takes a shot, down to 2 men, and the conscripts are now engaging the Pyos. Pyos will die if they stay here, but looks like they don't care too much. Right-hand side, Grand Squad coming up for a flank. The snipers are not being fooled. They stay away. And down goes the Pyos squad as it sacrifices itself. A little bit needlessly, but, well, there you go. Su-76 is online. Can throw a nice barrage here into this house and break it. Mines are getting laid down there by those combat engineers. PTRS rifles guarding. We do have a Tiger on the field for ANDRES. Su-76 is definitely not going to be enough for that. Conscripts do have anti-tank grenades. Anti-tank grenades go off, getting some nice hits there, but they are not able to get a crit on the engine of the Tiger to snare it and potentially scare it off. Because remember, it needs to be damaged to 75% or less strength. Nice hit there by the Su-76. That means these guys could potentially throw that anti-tank grenade, but we can see that the bomb does not have the munitions available to do so, so he is forced to retreat. Su-76, though, is getting some decent amount of damage in there on that Tiger. It's actually kind of surprising. I didn't know that he did that much damage. And a shot flies at the bunker. Bunker goes down as the combat engineers are having to stare down a Tiger. Force the backpedal. Gren's in the way. They have to retreat. They're going to try and get some kills on them. They will probably get some kills on a couple of the members, but oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, down to 1. Actually almost kills the squad completely there. But the conscripts hold the line, and the Grens are forced to back off. Impressive. The bomb is able to hold off such little amount of territory against all this. But, well, ANDRES wasn't fielding that much. Does get himself another Pyos squad on the field, or a second Pyos squad, I should say. Or 2 Pyos squads, because it's not the second, right? He's already made a different one. But yeah. Does need at least 2 to be able to get that Tiger back in working order. In a, you know, a fair amount of time. Sniper, Veteran C1 acquired, 12 kills to his name. These gals have managed to do much more. PTRS equipped conscripts have gotten better in C3. That is, of course, to be expected once vehicles hit the field because, well, PTRS rifles do more damage against the vehicles than a standard rifle would. Small arms fire won't actually damage a tank, whereas the PTRS rifles will, and of course that provides veterancy, so yeah. Conscripts just spreading out all over the place. Combat engineers as well for the bomb. The bomb fielding a second Su-76. Of course, those will help out against that Tiger, but they're not going to be able to stand by themselves. It is imperative for the bomb to keep it supported, or keep them supported, so that they don't get just bum rushed there by the Tiger and get overwhelmed. Conscripts on the left-hand side, capturing some territory. Assault Grenadiers held up in the pseudo trench there, trying to hold off those conscripts. They are fighting with SMGs against rifles, so they will lose the engagement, although the heavy cover will prolong it quite a bit. Combat engineers on the right-hand side, retreating in the face of Grens. Grens pushing forward, snipers in the back, helping up against those Grens. Conscripts right in front of the Grens. Grens forced to retreat down to 2 men. They'll make it out, but they have to get out. Tiger moving over to the left-hand side. They're going to be engaging against those conscripts. Conscripts taking a shot to the face. 2 of their men are lost, and we do have the Su-76s moving in that direction. Shot flies at the Tiger, taking a hit to the side armor, which is not existent. It took it to the side. It didn't really take it to the rear. Shot flies to the front and actually gets a penetration. Anti-tank grenade goes off, getting a crit on the engine. That Tiger is in a bit of trouble. Is there anybody there to support? We do have Pios moving up behind, but the Pios aren't really going to do too much. The conscripts are trying their best. Su-76 is getting a nice barrage going on that Tiger. Tiger down to about 10% strength. The Su-76 is attacking ground across the shack, unable to finish the engagement. Behind them, we do have the combat engineer squad retreating in the face of the Pios, but the Su-76s are hunting down the Tiger. Can they actually get the kill? Yes, they can. Nice pickup here for the bomb. That basically throws the game back into his side. And the Pios are trying their best to push forward, but they end up taking a bit of losses. Not too many, but they are forced to retreat. So in this TORAÑO, no longer having his Tiger on the field. Sniper being utilized for the bomb over on the right-hand side to capture the victory point. Fuel point being rushed here by the conscripts. And we just see a lot of spreading of units and conscripts just moving around to capture some territory. And my squeaky chair squeaks. Solgrens pulling back. Looks like they're going to go back into their trench and try and hold the line, but they have been essentially caught out of position. We do see a conscript squad coming up for the flank on the Assaultgrens. Assaultgrens will notice that relatively soon as they are engaging these conscripts in the front. Conscripts on the side will get some shots flying. They are hitting the terrain a little bit here, so it's less effective than desired, I suppose. And the Assaultgrens just sprint away, and they're going to try and put themselves in a better position. Don't exactly find one, so they're just sitting there out in the open shooting and taking a lot of damage from both squads. Both squads have been equipped with PTRS rifles, so they're going to wreck face. Down to 2 men. Will Andres retreat them? It looks like he's not going to. Down to 1. Peter retreatan. Oh, there he goes. Is it a little bit too late? No, it looks like it's going to be just fine. Center map, conscripts and combat engineers engaging the MG. The MG is holed up in this big house, which unfortunately does not have any windows in this direction, yet the units are able to shoot through those windows and hit. Oh, a nice hit there by the Su-76 barrage, nailing 2 of those Pios. The Pios right on top of the conscript squad. They will do a lot of damage with, oh, a second shot flies there and gets a nice hit. Down to 1 man on that. Down to 1 man on both. Can they pick up a kill? No, they cannot. And we see another Tiger being fielded for Mr. TORAñO. And yeah, I mean, that's basically what he's going to be doing the rest of the game, I can only assume. No sense in getting a Stuggy or anything if you don't have your Tiger. Maybe like after the Tiger has been fielded, it kills some enemy vehicles, it stays alive. Then you can support it with the Stuggy, I suppose. But generally speaking, it's the Stuggy. Keep it alive, get the Tiger, and that's a nice combo. But, well, obviously the Stuggy died this time, because the Su-76s are awesome. Awesome possum. Right-hand side, Pyle's retreating, kind of high-fiving with the Gren squad as they run by each other. Tiger on the field, over on the right-hand side, moving around Panzer Grenadiers for support. Su-85 has been called onto the field for Mr. the Bomb. With that and the two Su-76s, that Tiger has a lot of work ahead of it. If it engages against all three at the same time, it's going to die very quickly. But if it can catch some of them out of position, then that's a different matter altogether. I don't know what I tried to say there, but that's what I said. And yeah. Victory points 402 for Andres TORAñO, 121 for the Bomb. Why are you telling me that? Game, stop. So yeah, I mean, the Bomb kind of running out of time in that sense. Doesn't have too much buffer there as far as victory points, but currently he does hold 2 of the points, so the bleed is in the other direction. 399 currently, 398 after the tick. Su-85 on the field going against the Tiger. The conscripts pushing forward, getting themselves shot in the face and almost killed. Down to 1 man, down to 2 men. Maybe down to 1 before the end. Yeah, there you go. Will he make it out of there alive? Oh, shot flies, splash damage, but the conscript is still alive. Makes it out of there. Conscripts and combat engineers going behind the Tiger for the victory point. We have a Panzer Grenadier squad pushing forward to try to engage the enemy or Soviet tanks. Su-76 throwing a barrage. It looks like it's trying to hit the Panzer Grenadiers. Not managing to do so. We also see a light artillery barrage on something. Over here on the left-hand side. Doing quite a bit of damage there to those conscripts. It looks like one of them barely make it out of there. So a nice hit. I'll see if I can spot it while it was hitting instead of at the end. 27. The game is a bit longer than expected. Andres TORAñO pushing forward. Squads are relatively injured. We see the Tiger pushing forward, getting a nice flank shot there on the Su-76, getting a second shot off of it on it, but now the guns are turned to face him. Conscript throw off an AT grenade. There goes the engine once again. The Su-76 pushing forward. Tiger down to about 25% strength. Shots continue to fly. Su-76 getting nice penetration, managing to withstand another shot, and down goes the Tiger for Andres. And Twitch, the Bomb. I don't know why I said Twitch. I read it there. The Bomb holding strong, and now, well, kind of turning the game around. Sniper is still alive. 21 kills to these ladies' names. They have Veteran C2 acquired, so that's just going to make them that much more deadly. And I guess Andres just needed to get himself his own sniper and do that double tap maneuver that Armstrong did, right? Combat Engineer Squad getting produced for the Bomb. Shots flying from those PTRSs as a massive conscript blob moves through the center. Little part of the blob spreads out. Sniper behind it, but we do have a lot of PTRSs together. And now they spread out, of course. So it's just all moving out at the same time from the base. No need to jump the gun and say, oh my god. But anyways, Gren's in the center. Can't really hope to stand against the sniper there, as the sniper continues to pick off German troops left and right. MG42 trying to stop the approaching conscripts. The sniper will kill the gunner and put a bit of a lull there on those shots. Conscripts do manage to get themselves into that heavy cover before the MG goes off again. And the sniper continues to shoot, picking up one more man and forcing the retreat of the squad, or the weapons team. Conscripts with PTRSs popping back into this house, providing line of sight in all directions. And we see more conscripts just moving out to recover. So yeah, I mean, the Bomb doing an excellent job at stabilizing and turning the game around. We see a 40 manpower, or not manpower, but population cap army versus a 70, 41 to 77 to be exact. So yeah, I mean, he is in great shape as far as that goes. His tanks, the Su-76s, need a little bit of love there, need a little bit of repairs. But, I mean, they're back at base and they're getting repaired, so they're going to be just fine. Su-85 is still around, making sure that no vehicles try anything funny. And the infantry's just capturing some territory all over the place, with the snipers just moving around. Far left-hand side, we do have the troops for TORAñO trying to recover some territory, Pios and Grens alike. Pilot squad also laying down some S-minefield. What is that? Yeah. S-minefield getting laid down here for Andres. He is covering the point almost in its entirety. Most of the time, it's kind of better to lay it down a little bit far forward so that more troops get hit, because more than likely they're going to move here and then move away, and the mines in the back are not going to get triggered. But still, doesn't really matter too much as long as they're there. Conscripts engaging with troops on the right-hand side as we have assault grens, double assault grens and grens in the engagement. Forced away, sniper is still active, 25 kills. One more shot is going to fly and get a kill. No? Yes? Maybe? No. It's just sitting there in some heavy cover cloaked. Conscripts on the far right-hand side going to get engaged by those assault grens and the Grand squad with LMGs. Second conscript squad coming up for a flank. The sniper is around. MG42 moving up in front of the sniper, so the sniper needs to GTFO. Assault grens trying to catch the sniper retreating down to... No, never mind. I thought one died because it lost a chunk of health, but it only took actual health damage. They're still alive. Back at base, do we have medics? Yes, we do. Kid yelling. Anyways, conscripts on the right-hand side engaging against the grens. We did have a assault gren squad retreating, and it does retreat down to 2 men from the right-hand side. Second squad in the center as conscripts move here and put themselves inside the house. Su-85 trying to catch troops moving around behind, but it's just hitting the terrain, not being too effective at anything, really. We do have the Su-76 back in full action, the one that took most of the damage. Pilot squad is there capturing the point. Shots fly from the Su-76. Could potentially get a barrage going, but the pilots move out of the way, and they do end up retreating. Far right-hand side, MG and assault grens just trying to recover that fuel. We do have some conscripts behind them, and all of them getting equipped with PTRSs, because why not? If you can, do it, because they're essentially sniper rifles against infantry. And the conscripts are going to push on the left-hand side, or the northern side, I suppose. They're going to stop short of the fuel, though. Not exactly sure why they stopped right there. There you go. They're right on top of it, so there wasn't actually a need to do so. Man, I got an itchy ear here. Using those headphones kind of wrecks it. So the bomb, very superior right now. Actually trying to just... secure the game, gets himself a second sniper on the field now. Go ahead and move those. There we go, 1 and 2. So a second set of ladies coming up with a nasty rifle as the bombs just recover most of the territory. TORAÑO making his push over to the right-hand side with his infantry. Has lost all of his vehicles and has not been able to field pretty much anything. I'm sure he's waiting right now for another Tiger. He needs... 1 more point of fuel and then just the manpower. So one can only assume that's going to happen. But I mean, it is a very, very uphill battle for Andres here, considering, well, there's a lot of anti-tank, and that Tiger is not going to last too long if it's utilized in the way that it's been utilized so far. It's been left unsupported. I mean, we had Panzer Grenadiers with Treks on the field that could be around to try and stop those approaching tanks. We have Grens with Fausts as well. We have infantry. Infantry should be around the tank to make sure that it's supported and covered. But they were not. They were left to fight on a one-on-one, or well, on a one-on-three against those enemy tanks, and of course, died. Su-76s and Su-85 doing as best they can. Artillery barrage is flying. The piles retreating. Second set of infantry pushing forward. The Grens with their LMGs and their Faust posing a threat against the Su-85. And the Su-85 gets itself a nice friendly, well, not friendly kill, a nice infantry kill there with one of its shots. Finally managing to hit something for once. Combat engineers on the left-hand side getting forced away by Grens. Oh, they have to run. Sorry, they have to run the gauntlet down to 1 man. Can it make it out? LMG fires. Oh, down it goes. Does end up dropping the flamethrower, the Rocks 3, but yeah. PTRS is flying. Combat Engineer Squad being a badass now. It has a flamethrower and a minesweeper. That is kind of the money combination there for a combat engineer squad. If you could do that normally, I think everybody would. And the snipers just continue to pick off enemies left and right. Grand squad down to 1 man. Can they pick up the kill? No, but they're going to shoot at the MG, making sure that it loses more of its members. Shot. No, does not fly. Sniper moves up for a second shot and misses completely. And there he goes. Does have 3 kills so far. Nothing too impressive. And conscripts on the right-hand side for the bomb, just moving around and capturing some territory. Assault grunts for Andres on the left-hand side, supporting the Grand squad. Not doing too much. And these assault grunts are new, which is kind of surprising. Assault grunts, unless they were changed recently, I don't think they did. They don't really scale too well into the late game. They're very good early on with their SMGs, yes. With their SMGs closing the distance, getting, you know, on top of that, helping on the flanks and such. But yeah, that's usually why you've been seeing players just get 1. Because it's a good early game, but it doesn't help you out in the later game. So you would rather just field normal grunts and just use 1. 2, it's, you know, it's okay. You can still probably work with 2, but now he actually has 3. And those are 2 new squads. He had another one that probably died at some point. So yeah, I mean, it's weird for him to make that decision. I don't know why he decided that, but oh well. So far Andres still holding out for that manpower. Does not have enough for that Tigers just yet. Pretty sure he had enough at some point, but I guess he wanted more infantry. That's reinforced. I don't know. Anyways, Gren's getting engaged here by those PTRS rifles. PTRS rifles just being a pain in the ass. Down to 1 man of this assault Gren squad. Gonna be killing it off. There it goes. Sniper actually picking up the kill. Veteran 2-3 acquired on these lady snipers. 33 kills to their name. And Andres is almost falling apart here. We do see the MG42 on the right-hand side getting cleared off. Grand squad retreating. PTRS is going to be getting some free shots on the retreat on that Gren. Could potentially kill the squad. No, they only hit in the ground, and it makes it out of there. But we do have some capping going on the right-hand side. Victory points are down to less than 100 for the bomb. 98 left. And Andres still has 251, half his points. So as far as that, Andres has time. He just needs to, you know, recover, essentially. Left-hand side has completely fallen. We do have double snipers and a lot of tanks. We also see a T-34 getting produced for the bomb. And Andres is kind of falling apart. Never got himself that other Tiger, which I think he needed. Although it probably wouldn't have helped too much considering the enemy forces that the bomb was able to field. Solgrens retreating from the right-hand side as they're engaging. I mean, just a lot of things. A lot of infantry back at base, moving out together.
Who said women cannot fight?
Who said women cannot fight is what they said.
You want me?
Oh, and the T-34 is not even able to be completed as the bomb actually has too much population. So the T-34 is just sitting there back at base. Yeah, just sitting there, waiting, waiting for room in the field. TORAñO pushes forward with pretty much what he has left. Conscripts, a lot of snipers, and a lot of conscripts with PTRSs meeting this troop head on. Assault Grins just taking the brunt of the damage, down to 1 man, killed off by the flames. Getting themselves on top of a conscript squad, going to be able to pick up a kill on one of them, it looks like. Yeah, there it goes. But it looks like these squads will eventually fall. Snipers picking up units left and right. Down to 2 men on each of those. Grand squad, last line here. Rifle grenade goes off, not hitting anything. Down to 1 man, and then the snipers pick them off. And that squad ends up dying as well. Everything back at base for Andres. He ends up throwing the towel as he has lost everything, and that is game. So very nice comeback there for the bomb. I mean, he was in bad shape early on there where he lost those scout cars and such. But yeah, he managed to turn around very handily, killed off tigers and such, and yeah, those SU-76s proving to be quite effective. Veteran C3 acquired on a 1. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.